we go.
Hello everyone, this is John again with Money on the Floor Currency Trader. I'm here to give you some tips and tricks on how to make more money with your John's Get Rich EA. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Right now, the basic way to trade it, just so we all remember, is we need to have all four green or all four red and the RSI to go along with that. We need to be above the golden trend, which is right here, and we ride it until we get to the bar, or you get a price action that tells you you're turning around or looking left and you know you're at a structured area where you might want to exit the trade. Also, we hit the ADR high. That's another good one. That's another reason to get out. But if you wait for the bar, that's pretty much where you need to be, or your higher trend turns over red. So right now your higher trend, which is the day chart, says green, and this probably didn't change over until it went red here anyway. Then it goes back a little bit, repaints. But still, the main thing is you wait for that red bar and you ride it till the end. Now, if you're using the trailing stop, you're going to get out somewhere in the middle because the market pulls up and always pulls back half or more. And that's what takes out the trailing stop. That's why I run one with a trailing stop, because there's no guarantee that we're going to go all the way to the end. We might go halfway up and then all the way back down. That happens quite a bit. So now, since that happens, that's why I run one of them with a trailing stop that'll get me money, and another one that'll get me big money if we go to the end. And with both of those, you will get rich. That's what we're talking about. So that's why it's John's Get Rich EA. So it does make sense. Now, there are four things you got to remember when trading this template. There's four little tricks that you got to go by. First off, number one is these bars. You need to have at least three. So if you have three, you can go ahead and push the buy button, because that's telling you that you have momentum going in your direction, which is very important. Now, the second one you want to look for is you always want to make sure that the candle is above the golden trend, which is this gold bar. If it's above the golden trend, you're buying. If it's below the golden trend, you're selling. So those two things right there will help you make much more money. The next thing is pretty obvious, is you want to wait for a pullback. Never buy at the end of a green candle, because it always pulls back. Once it pulls back, then you get in and you get free money as you start making more money. And if you do lose, you lose a lot less money. So that's the idea. So there's the third thing. Now, the fourth thing, which is very important, is where are you at compared to the 50 moving average? Are you far away and you can trade it to it? Or are you near it and you can trade it away from it? So if you can see, down here we had all four green. We went above the half trend right here, the golden moving out, the golden trend. And at this time, you trade it to the 50 moving average. At that time, you exit this trade. It's very important because this could be trending. And if it's trending, it's going to bounce down and come back down, which means it's going down, down, down. See, this is a trending move down. It wasn't until over here it started going back up again. Now, what can happen is if it hits the 50, you exit the trade. It did go more, but it doesn't mean you're going to lose out on that trade. You exit the trade, and as you break the moving average, and you start to go away from it right there, all four are green, you're going away from it, you're above the half trend, you waited for the pullback, you can get in, and boom, now you trade it away from it, and still the same thing, you exit on the red bar. So if you're trading this manually, which you wouldn't have to, because the robot would actually take this trade because it's a strong trend. It would have got in here and rode it to the end and you would have been fine. But what if, like right over here, you had all three green, still a good trade, you're above it and you started to pull back and you wanted to get in, and you can get in here and ride that trend up. And the same thing, you would exit on the red bar. Or another good reason to exit too is if the RSI turned back red. That's another reason. So I mean, if you're buying and all of a sudden the RSI turned red, it's almost the same thing as a red bar. You want to get out because the RSI is your friend. If it's green, you're buying. If it's red, you're selling. It's pretty simple. So those are the main characteristics. So the main thing we want to take away from this is you want to buy when you're above the golden trend. You want to buy on a pullback, and you want to buy when there's at least three bars and you have room to the 50. If you're right here and you're near the 50 and you buy, yes, you could make money, but it's better you wait and prove that it's going to break it and then get in to take it the rest of the way. And also, if you're near the 50, you're actually looking to go away from it. So still, you'd let it break and trade it away from the 50. Let's take some other examples, like right here. You would trade it down away from the 50. Then it told you everything was still, it told you went sideways. And then what did it do? It did go back to the 50. and it touched it, but it didn't break it and it went on down. So if you would have held it, you would have made money. But the idea, there is no buy trade because look, everything is red. So you have to have at least 3 green. There's no buy trade. You're only selling. Now, if you sold from here to anywhere in here, you made money. And it still stayed like that all the way to about here where it told you to get out, because now we're thinking about going back to the 50. We're not sure. It tried and it never gave you a signal because you never had 3 in a row. Now you need to have 3, 1, 2, 3, not a red one in between. So that wouldn't count. We need to have all 3 red in a row coming down. Not like this is 3, but that's not the same. We can't skip the 4 hour. 4 hours got to be green too, otherwise no good. So we can go with the triangle MACD. We can go with the 60 and the 240. That's a trend. We can trade that because it's counter trend going back to the 50. Like right in here, we had 3 red coming down. You can trade that manually. You hit the sell button. It's down below. All 3 are red. Get a pullback, and down you go. Look, the robot. I put some trades against the robot and made these coming down, so it worked out really nice. From here, this is trending. It's going up. So those are the things you need to be looking out for when you're trading this. This is a great robot. It makes money hands over fist by itself. But if you want to make more money, you want to trade it manually, and you want to trade it in the beginning of every session. So if you know that you're in a session and you're looking for, here we go, London. London had a great move from the bottom all the way to the top. Over here, Tokyo had a great move down. Over here, London had a great move down. It wasn't until we hit New York that it actually went back up. So if you know what session you're in and you see what it's doing at the beginning of the session and try to play that, you're going to be much better off. Utilize the buttons. Do not take any trades on your own. It's very important to have your stop loss and have your take profit. And the other thing is have a target that you want to get to, whether it's $300, $500 a day, $1,000 a day. I mean, you can just let this run and that's fine. But myself, I like to have a target. I like to make $500 a day. Once I get $500, I shut it down. The reason why is anytime you have a momentum move and you make money, after that it usually goes sideways and then you're going to lose money. There actually was no trading in the sideways move until it started trending, which was all 4 red, which right here it went down and then it went sideways again. So in the sideways move, there's no money to be made. You want to make money on the trend. So get your money and get out of the market, and then wait to the next session. Get your money, then get out of the market. That's usually what I do. That's a really good way to do this, and you'll be much more productive. If you try to get greedy and you trade it all the time, you're going to make a lot of money, and then you're going to have those losses. And then it's going to make a lot of money, have a lot. Yes, you're still going to make more money, but imagine if you stayed out of the sideways move. That's what you want to do. So when the half trend is flat, you want to stay out. When the half trend is going down, you want to be selling. When the half trend is going up, you want to be buying. So this is what we call, this is our half trend, but it's what we call the golden trend because it's gold. We want to be above it for buying, below it for selling. When it's sideways, we try to stay out of the market until it's ready to go. And how we know it's ready, we have at least 3 green or 3 red and the RSI. Now remember, only trade with these buttons because the robot will take advantage of it for you. It'll run it for you. And a lot of people say this robot has saved them a lot of money because they'll be buying their trades and they'll be, for some reason, selling right here. And all of a sudden it closed all trades and they're like, wow, that really sucked. But you know what? It saved me a lot of money and it taught me a lesson. So that's really a great thing. So we only trade to the 50 or we trade away from the 50. We only trade on pullbacks. We only trade when we're above or below the golden trend, and we have to have at least 3 bars and the RSI. If you can remember that, you will be on your way to get rich. So right now, we're going to be having the pending order button coming out. Now this will be coming out Monday. Now if you want to get this, that's great, but purchase it before Monday because it's going to go up in price Monday. Somebody's got to pay for those buttons. Don't let it be you. You're going to want this EA. This EA is where it's at. This EA will change your life. It will put money in your pocket and make you a profitable trader. So remember that. And I'm always here if you ever need questions or answers or anything that you need in your trading career. I'm here to help you regardless. So take advantage of that. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's make money in the markets with John's Get Rich EA. All right. Bye-bye.